So I have to take this MCU apart, motor control unit, for the Mitsubishi I-miev in order to test the IGBTs in it. This is the third MCU I've got. I had the first one was the original. I got a second one which is in the car right now. It's not working. And then I've got this third one. So I figured I would share what it takes to take this apart so that you can see how to get this capacitor off and how to test the IGBTs in there. So the first thing to do, of course, is just to make sure that there's no major voltage on anything. So I've set it to DC volts there, and I'm just testing the two main leads here in the millivolt range, 0.0. Okay, same, it's all low millivolts. Okay, and these are the incoming leads here, which are not connected to the battery right now, of course. So no voltage to speak of. You can take these connectors off now or later. Might be easier later. Let me get this started. Now what we've got is we've got 4 small bolts here and here at the corners. We've got these 6 here, and we've got these 2 main ones here. So actually I think I will try to pull this out and this out. There's a little clip that you gotta undo, and then here's this one. I'm just gonna tuck these up under here. I will do these 4 last because I've already got this socket on here. Oh, got the wrong socket anyway. All right. Well, let's do those 4 now. They're very easy to turn. These are not on tightly. You see, the foot-pounds is very low. So I got my little 1000-volt protector. Just helps me to turn the bolts quicker, easier, a little more depth. Okay, so those are loose, and that was a size 8. These are size 10. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and these are a little harder to turn, but not super strong. So don't over tighten these when you put them back, and especially when you put these covers on, do not tighten these on either side because they're very lightly screwed in. I stripped one off completely. I sheared it off. Okay, this one is a little harder. I'm just doing it this way so you see about how much force I'm using. lot. I probably should be using a torque wrench to put these back on. While I'm doing this, I'll just mention that if you want to test this, you have to take out one of the leads here or it won't test. Okay, so I've got these all loosened up. There's the 6 bolts from those. Now the 2 main ones. And just remember that these leads connect here. This is the long lead, and this is the short lead here for the 2 main bus bars, incoming bus bars. And also these are longer and these are shorter down here. So these are the shorter ones down here and the 2 here are longer. Okay. All right, so I usually take these out, put them up here. Good, and then this will lift right out. What am I catching on? Okay, and then I have these 4 screws here, which are this long. Okay, set that off to the side. All right, now we are testing these IGBTs. Now I've marked them as number 1, 2, and 3, but actually I think this is the incoming first one. This is the one that's blown on my car and another individual on the forum. Both of them that were blown were the middle one. So perhaps the power comes in or out here first. Okay, so we need to take these tops off, I believe, to test. I haven't tested with these on. Let me see if it works with it on. And how we test is from this is collector 1, this is emitter 1 under here, and then this is also collector 2, emitter 2. So we're going to use the positive lead, go from collector 1 to emitter 1. That should be open lead, which it is. I'm going to go from collector 2 to emitter 2, open lead. Well. And then I'm going to go from, I think it's this way. Yeah, so it's from collector 1 to collector 2, open lead. So that's correct. It should be open lead. If I go in the reverse order, and I go from emitter 1 to collector 1, I get 0.34. And this is the diode across the diode. And if I go from collector 2 to emitter 2, I also get that same reading. And then if I go from emitter or collector 2 to collector 1, I should get double, which I do. So that means the high power section of this IGBT is good. And I could repeat that same one for here. It's good. It's good. And that's good. Reverse them. Let's see, reverse them. Yep. Yep. Double. Yep. Good. So that's good as well. And then I'll just do all the high power sections now. Good. Good. And good. Reverse them. 3.33. 3.34. 6.64. Okay, so those are all good. The other thing to check is from chassis ground, which I probably should have done very first thing. So you go from chassis ground to all of your points. Should be open lead, which they are. They are. Good. So for the main section, there's no problem. For the main power section of these 3 IGBTs, they're all good. Now, testing of the gates. You have over here gate 1, G1, A, and emitter 1A. Gate 1B, emitter 1B. Gate 2A, emitter 2A. Gate 2B, emitter 2B, and then T2 plus and minus. I don't know what T2 is. I need to look that up. So for these tests, these pins can have voltage on them, so you want to short them out before you test them. Now, I probably should take this off to do the test, but let's just see what happens real quick. I'm going to short these out here. And on the diode setting, this is putting out voltage, like 3 volts, 3 to 5. So this will short this out. And you want to make sure that these gates are shorted out and don't have any charge on them, or they can remain open. Alright, so for the gates, let's take gate 1A. I want to go to chassis ground, open lead. Good. I also want to go to my 3 high power points. Open lead, good. I want to test to emitter 1 and then all the other points. I'm getting a reading there. I should not get a reading there. It could be because of the circuit board. Let's test it this way. Okay, nothing. The only one I'm getting a reading on is gate 1 to gate 1. But maybe these are because they're both gate 1. All right, let's test gate 2, gate 1B. Did I do that? Let's try that. Chassis ground, nothing. 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 Okay. Between the two gate A and B, you have a little reading. 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so those look to be connected. They weren't connected when I tested without this board, so maybe this board is connecting those. Let's go to gate 2A, chassis ground, 3 points. Let's go to emitter, nothing. Emitter, nothing. This gate has a reading. So this is shared. Again, probably because of the circuit board. Okay, and let's go to the other gate. Nothing, 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 and nothing. Okay, and let's go to this gate 2B, chassis ground, nothing. 3 points, nothing. Go to the emitter, nothing. These are shared as we said. Nothing, no shorts. No shorts. No shorts. Okay, so there's no shorts. So as far as I can tell, this is a good IGBT. Now, to do it properly, let's take this off. Just to be instructive here. So that we can test those two gates. As I believe they're supposed to be separate. Okay. So let's short out these gates. I'll short them out with a positive lead. Always test IGBT gates with them shorted out, I'm told. Okay, so let's go back to testing between the two gates. Over limit, or sorry, open lead is what that means. Okay, so that indicates, yes, open lead. So that means that this circuit board is connecting the two gates. Gates are here. So here's the connection. And here's gate A and B. Yep, A and B. Okay, so this is definitely connecting the two gates, or the two, gate 1 A and B and gate 2 A and B. So for an actual test, it's probably best to remove this and make sure that your gates are open lead between them. And then I'm getting on the TT, I'm getting 0.995, which I also got on the other three IGBTs that I tested before. So that seems to be standard. Yeah, 0.990. 0.3. So T2 plus, T2 minus, they have about 0.1 volt, looks like, between them, even without the circuit board. So that's normal, that's a correct reading. So this is a good IGBT. So let's test this one. And again, to make it thorough, we should take this off. So we will. These screws are very soft, so make sure you don't strip them out like I almost did. Okay. So, let's test this one thoroughly here. First thing I will do is short out the pins. Make sure that we are not carrying any voltage on the gates. Okay, so I'm going to go from collector 1. Sorry, let's do this. Let's just make sure we haven't got any chassis grounds. So nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. And then I will go to each pin, just making sure that we've got no shorts to ground on everything. Good, no shorts to ground anywhere. Okay, so now I'm going to go from collector 1 to emitter 1. Good, open lead. Collector 2 to emitter 2. I think that's right. Open lead. Okay, good. And then collector 1 to collector 2. I think this is, okay, good. So that's correct. Let's reverse them. Emitter 1 to collector 1. 0.34. Is that the same? Yes. Is that the same? Yes. Okay. And then we're going to go to collector 2 to emitter 2, if I'm saying that not backwards. Okay, so that is the same. And then we will go here. And that's double. Good. So that's correct. High power section passes. All right, let's test our gates. So I'll go with gate 1A here. And I'm just going to test to chassis ground. Nothing. Test to my 3 high power points. Nothing. Test to all the other pins. Nothing. Good. So gate 1 is good. Let's go to gate 1B. Chassis ground. Nothing. Good for the high power. Now let's check all the other pins. Open lead. Good. So gate 1 side is good. Let's go over here and go to gate 2A. A2A. Chassis ground. Nothing. our 3 power points. Nothing. Let's test each of our pins. They should all be clear. Open leads. That's what we want. Good. And now gate 2B. I won't say it. Alright, there is chassis ground. Okay, high power, no shorts. Test all the other pins. Good. Those are all good. And then we test our T to T and we get our 0.988, which is good. It passes. All right, and then I just have one more to do. We're already at 26 minutes, but you get the hint. It's pretty straightforward, so I should take this off to do it thoroughly, so I will. And yeah, I'll probably stop the video now. All right, guys, hope that helped. Thanks.